Hello, Jay here from EonsOfBattle, and today we're going to build a Necron wasteland based. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to make some crystals out of old sprue. You're just going to carve away at it with your X-Acto knife, being very careful because this can get tricky. Now you don't want to go into a very sharp point, but you want to make it more broken and jagged. And once you have your crystal shape, you just want to cut it out. I would suggest not cutting it straight, as it'll look fairly unnatural. You'd want to cut it on an angle. Should make 3 or 4 of these for the base. Next, we're going to be gluing them down with a little bit of super glue, keeping in mind to place them towards the edges, as the model is going to have to stand on it. And now, for the basing sand, I'm applying a fair amount of Elmer's glue, smoothing it around, making sure I hit all of the edges of the base. Making care not to get it onto these crystals. And now I went with a medium grain and a fine grain for this, instead of using the larger pebbles that I normally use, as I didn't want them to accidentally get mistaken for crystals. And the Necrons don't leave big rocks when they invade planets. They decimate the whole thing. I have now primed the model black, and I am applying a heavy base coating of a dark gray. I'm not being particularly careful not to get it on the crystals. I'm going to paint over those last. And now I am base coating the crystals in a very dark and vibrant green. Now I'm not using a light green for this at first, because I'm going to gradient up to a much lighter shade to make it look a little more natural. And now, moving on to a much lighter shade of green, which quickly lightens up the look of the crystals and makes them very apparent on the base. It'll help draw the eye. And finally, I'm doing a final dry brushing of a very vibrant shade of green, almost a neon. I'm just quickly dry brushing the very tip of it to give it a glowing effect, as if there's some green glow emanating from it. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching.